G'day, Chris Walker here. There are three reasons why people have affairs. The first I'd like to talk about is stuck love. Two people normally come together in a relationship as nature intended. Independent individuals, happy in their own right, come together and merge, and they share around about 33 1/3% of their lives together. What happens is once they're together, one of the parties seems to grow faster than the other, and they develop a capacity to love more while the other partner stays stuck. As time goes on, this individual who's grown develops a sense of frustration or anger at the lack of capacity their partner has to meet them in a loving space. If their partner was prepared to move aside and allow things like hobbies, sports, nature and what have you to come into their partner's life, then there would be no problem with this. But usually the model is, I want to be the center of attention, and it's not possible for that grown individual to draw into their lives other things, and what they eventually do is draw an affair. That affair is just utilizing unfulfilled capacity. That in a sense makes that individual happy. And the individual they draw in to have the affair with, of course, is a bit of a lopsided soul. They're prepared to have a relationship with half a human being. It's almost, in a sense, like theft, because the bad news stays at home and the good news comes to the affair. Stuck love continues and causes more problems. Eventually, the stuck partner gets a heartbreak and leaves, because the individual who's having the affair thinks that the person they're having the affair with could be a whole and loving partner. They move their stuck partner out and find suddenly that there's a whole unfulfilled potential, that actually it was having the two people that made their life complete. So the first cause of affairs is stuck love, where one individual grows and another individual doesn't, and the whole heap of mess results. The second cause of affairs is half love. Two individuals come together, overlap 33 1/3%, and embrace each other, and love forms. But in the real world, we have parts of us we like and parts of us we don't like. We have parts we should be and parts we shouldn't be. And we present above the line our public persona and below the line our private persona. So in an introduction or in the first meeting in a relationship, we might present to somebody, oh, here I am, a happy person, and the other partner might present their happy person. It could also be that a happy person meets and rescues the sad part of another individual, who'll say, my life is complete, I've met the right partner, and suddenly become happy. That multiplies itself out, because not only are they now dependent, but everything in their life is conditional on their partner being happy. If their partner becomes sad or introduces their shadow side, there's a rejection. That shadow side goes seeking companionship. The companionship is in the form of an affair, and that's another reason that affairs happen, when one partner only loves half of the other partner. Sometimes when we say I love you, and we say if you do this and when we do that, we're really not in love. The third reason people have affairs is they lose their vision. Two people come together in a healthy way because they've got their own dreams and visions in life, and they can see how they overlap. By merging with another person, those dreams have a higher probability of success. What can easily happen is one person's dream can actually be the relationship. Once they're in it, they have no dream. And suddenly they think, what am I going to do with my life now? Once we lose our dreams, we lose our inspiration for life, we lose our motivation, we become depressed. And one solution people use for depression is to start attaching themselves to another individual's dreams. That is like making two people the same as one person. And in nature, when two things are the same, one of them isn't necessary. So what nature does, she just pushes the individual with their dream aside, and typically when they're aside, they meet somebody of common interest, common mind, that inspires them. The person they were with before who lost their dream is no longer inspiring. That's very depressing. It's called a heartbreak. And what happens as a result of heartbreak is the individual usually goes out and finds themselves and taps into their dream again. What happens when we tap into our dream is we grow. And then the complexity of affairs occurs. What will happen is, as that individual who's just found their dream, who was once heartbroken, they find themselves with a greater capacity to love than they ever had before. The person who left them for that other inspiring individual suddenly thinks, gee, I'd like to be back where I was, because that partner is suddenly bigger, grown, it's more comfortable than where I am, and begs to be taken back. In the meantime, the partner who's had a broken heart has expanded, probably met the right person with an equally expanded capacity to love. What am I going to do? Doubts, questions, uncertainties occur, and this is called the rebound effect. So the partner who's actually probably quite suitable becomes disturbed and rejected. The partner who was once heartbroken becomes confused. They potentially take back their old partner. And I have a quote, and the quote is never go back, or never take them back. Once that happens, the partner who left becomes happy. The partner they were with becomes unhappy. The partner they were with who was unhappy starts to grow. The person who left them thinks it'll be better back where I was. And everything starts to go around, and finally people end up back where they started. Affairs are nature's way of saying it's time to evolve. Have a great day. Bye for now.